Everybody's excited about Gladiacoin. The reason they are is because it's a way to get Bitcoin. Everybody needs Bitcoin. Why do they need Bitcoin? Well, just a really brief history. 2008, it was invented. 2009 was the first transaction, and the rest has kind of been history. And now, I wasn't in it then. I didn't like it then. As a street planer, I just said that's not a good thing to do. I didn't want anything to do with artificial coins. And boy, have I changed my mind. And so now we've got a real chance to get some coin here working together as a team. The value in 2010 was only a dime, and average of last year was around $900, and now today, again, it's up about $1,240. Everybody thought it was going to crash when that exchange traded fund didn't come through, but it didn't. And so now you have other people running into this system wanting to get their hands on one of the 21 million Bitcoins. And those companies right there have invested in it. But in order to do that, you have to have what's called an e-wallet. An e-wallet is nothing more than a piece of software that runs on the internet as a website. And you go ahead and sign up for those for free, and then you can transfer your coins into that e-wallet. Local Bitcoins is a place to buy and sell on a peer-to-peer basis. That means that somebody's locally will sell you the coins. BitPay is a really neat place to get a Visa card, and that Visa card will allow you to spend your coins just like you do all the time with a debit card. Safe over there talks about what they call a hardware wallet, so you can actually transfer your coins to that, and you can actually take it off of the internet for safety purposes and anonymity purposes and privacy. You can shop all over the world now. There's websites now that actually help you find people that whatever you want to buy is being sold, and they're taking Bitcoins already. You know, you're just going to be able to use your cell phone or a debit card or something like that, or just even sitting at your computer, transfer some Bitcoins over to somebody, and they're going to send you what your goods are. What this is Bitcoin trading. Trading is where we actually try to buy low and sell high every day, hundreds and thousands of times using computers. This is high-speed trading. And so the reason this works really well with Bitcoin is because you have wide swings in value all day long, every day, just up, down, you know, $100 a day down, $150 a day down, 75 back up. It's just amazing what you can do when you have that kind of volatility in an asset. And the computers do that. They manage that stuff, thousands of contracts going up, thousands of contracts coming down. And before we were actually able to buy around when it was about $700, and there was all that turmoil going on in China where Bitcoin saved the day for everybody. We were able to buy one in here in the United States for about $700 and sell it in China for $1,000. So that's like kind of a nice premium, don't you think? That's what they do. And what you do is you actually just give them some of your Bitcoin in order to trade with. Now, the reason this works is because of the currency exchanges. If they weren't out there, we wouldn't be able to buy and sell from different locations and do transactions all over the world. This system is a high-speed trading system and therefore generates a very high volume of Bitcoin. And because it's a digital economy now, we're not tied to any one location. Borders don't matter here. You can deal with somebody over in Russia just as easily as you can deal with somebody in China, Australia, Africa. It doesn't really matter. In fact, Andre Antonopoulos says that with a Bitcoin account and your cell phone, you literally have a Swiss bank, not a Swiss account. You have a Swiss bank in your pocket. And you can transact any kind of business anywhere in the world as long as you've got a connection to the internet. That's a really phenomenal thing to have happen. But I like it. I think it's really good because while I wasn't interested before, I am interested now. If you look at all the world economies, they're all falling down because they've got all of this debt-based fiat money, which isn't working. And having the same old people tied up in the bureaucracies in the banks, running everything, creating this stupid mess that we're all having to deal with. Lack of jobs, lack of business, high prices, you know, enough is enough. And we can actually take control by having our own private money, and we can create our own economy. And that's what excites me. That's got me really hot about going forth. We can literally destroy those institutions from the fact that we don't need to use them anymore. See, they count on us having to be forced to use them. We don't have to do that anymore. The benefits are really cool. The idea here is that whatever Bitcoin you're going to give them, and you can't give them any more than 4 Bitcoin. That's it. That's the max. And everybody should try to do that. Don't tiptoe around. Just pay attention. I've already done all the work for you. I'm going to show you that it actually works. I'm going to prove it to you. Don't wait like we did. We took a lot of time because we weren't sure about any of this stuff or the way it was being done. I am positive now. So it's working great. There are a lot of people taking advantage of it. Get in with both feet as fast as you can get in here, because you may not get another chance to do this. Bitcoin could suddenly rise up to a huge amount of money. $40,000 is not unheard of as a potential. And all of a sudden you can't get in anymore for a very small amount of money, but you can now. 4 Bitcoins is really not a lot of money in terms of, you know, when you're putting it into savings plans or retirement plans and stuff like that, it's really peanuts. It's still a lot of money to people, because the average person can't spend $500 even, you know, if he wants to. He just can't do it. He can't have it. Anyway, it's fully automated. It runs on by itself. There's not a lot that you have to do. You just pay attention, and you just have to press the buttons when you're required to. That's about it. There aren't any tedious activities. You just watch what goes on, and you let other people know what's going on, that they can get involved with this just like you can. And the interesting thing is that the company only keeps the amount of money you give them to trade. All of the rest of the money comes back to you in your personal blockchain account. That's exactly what I'm going to show you tonight. But we've already talked about it. It's an international presence. Happens in real time. It runs on a tablet, phone, or PC. Simple, simple, simple stuff here. This is not complicated stuff. But instead of being like a bank, they have an optional binary network. What does that mean? That means that you can refer people. That means that if you refer people to the company, they would pay you a referral fee for that. And that's pretty cool. 5 to 15% of the amount on your lowest leg. So as we've already said this is the whole thing. It's Bitcoin double in 90 days. Now, there's 2 caveats to that. One is if you put money in and let it sit and just collect the interest, it'll double in 90 days. But there's an acceleration clause included. You can actually affect the doubling and move it to as fast as every single day, 8 Bitcoin a day. Think about that. Multiply that times the numbers. Here's the way it works. You have a passive side and you have a binary side. Passive side is where you put the money in and it just sits there and it grows at 2.2% every day. That's it. When you're done with that 4, you put another 4 in. Now you've got 8, so you can grow 8 at 2.2%. And if you do that all year long, you're going to end up with about 64,000 or 64 Bitcoin. That's it. But what if you could do this every day? You can. You can by referring people to the platform, because the earnings that you get from the fee that comes into the binary goes into the account and helps double your money faster on that contract. It's like a 90-day CD, or it's like an insurance guaranteed annuity, a guaranteed interest annuity contract. They write these for specified periods of time. You put your money in. At the end of the period, you get your interest, you get your principal. Here, you get your principal back on the 2.2% daily. And under the earnings and interest and stuff that comes in, it all goes right into your own personal blockchain account. They don't hold your money. They only hold on to the amount that you gave them to do trading for 90 days. But it's not 90 days, remember. If you can cycle every day, it's only 24 hours, right? Put 4 in day before, take 8 out next day. Put 4 in, take 8 out. Put 4 in, take 8 out. Simply do that by building up a pool of money underneath you in what's called the binary network. Okay, here's how it works. There's you sitting here at the top. And you refer 2 people, one on your left and one on your right. You only got 2 spots. That's why it's called a binary. There's only 2 legs here. You need to do that to qualify to receive the commissions from the binary referrals. That's all you got to do. You can take those 2 spots, and you should. Why? Because when you work to get this main position, pumping out 8 Bitcoin a day, you have built a leg down the right side. You have built a leg down the left side. And so these spots you own, once this one's maxing out at 8 Bitcoin, you can't do any more there, right? So if you want to keep building, you build on this team here, because the right side's already done it for you. It's all over. All you do is start building the left inside leg, and you're just pulling money off of that bank leg. And that can be another 8. So these got 8 pumping here, 8 pumping here, and now you work on this side and you get 8 pumping here. Think about that. That's 24 Bitcoin a day. A day. Do the math, kids. $1,240 for Bitcoin, 24 a day. That's a pretty good deal in my book. Okay, this is really stating the same thing. All of those talking about is that if people get in here and they start putting Bitcoin in here, what's going to happen is of 50 people that put their money in, 50 people doubled their money. They also continued. Why did they continue? Because they got to retain the binary. If you don't continue when the contract renews, within either you double it or a 90-day period, you lose the binary network. Why? Because they pay every day. You have to be in the slot in order to receive that pay. If you don't do it, if you don't renew, then you're out. You're out of the line. The line has to connect upwards. You can't get back in. So why anybody would not renew is beyond me. Somebody says, well, I might be sick. Well, then have a trusted family member do it for you. It's not a big deal. All you got to do is click a button, put the 4 Bitcoin back in your account. No big deal. Okay, here's the plans. The minimum plan is 0.05. That's 5% of a Bitcoin, whatever the price is, and there's no doubling there. So because there's no doubling, all you get to do is get a percentage of the binary that you can receive. Now, even though it doesn't double in this account, it's still going to expire in 90 days. So you get 90 days to get money here so that you can get into this plan, the 10% plan. That's really the purpose for it. By all means, start at the 10% if that's all you can do. And you get 6% binary fee, and it doubles in 90 days if you don't do anything. So you can get 6 Bitcoin per month on a monthly limit. Number 3 is the same thing. Here's a sweet spot on the lowest side. You want to be at a half a Bitcoin. Doubles in 90 days, but look at that. You receive 9% of that binary money that's down below you to help speed up the doubling. That's the point. That's the whole point here. You get 30 Bitcoin a month. Do the math. 1240 times 30 Bitcoin a month. You think that would change your life? You think that would help you? You think that would build a nice retirement plan? Listen, you got to understand this. The fiat money is going to go bye-bye. It gets worth less every day you hold it. A Bitcoin gets more valuable every day you hold it. 1 Bitcoin can easily exceed $1 million a piece simply because if we transfer 1% of the assets of the United States into a Bitcoin, it's going to be worth $1 million or more. There are only 21 million Bitcoin. There will never be any more. And when you transfer that kind of asset base from the entire world chasing these things, it is going to be a huge, huge store of value and something that you can pass on to your family down the road. People have said that you really only need 1 Bitcoin because it's going to be so valuable, you'll be able to do anything you want for the rest of your life. Well, that remains to be seen. I don't know about that, but let me tell you what the answer is. Get yourself some Bitcoin. Do not wait. These are the sweetheart plans right here. This is where you want to be. And the best place to start is with Spartacus 7 if you can do it. If you can put in the 4 Bitcoin, you get a 15% binary referral fee. That is a major deal. That really begins to kick up the earnings, and everybody should work towards that deal. If you got to start lower, by all means start. Getting in is better than not getting in. And when you can take what earnings you get and you can move right on up into that 4 Bitcoin level. And you can have more than 3 positions. I mean, you can have as many positions as you actually want to work. So if you have the Spartacus 7, that's 240 Bitcoin per day. Let's just say the value of a Bitcoin is $1,000 just for ease instead of 1240. That's 240 Bitcoin a month you can get when you cycle every single day. 4 Bitcoin in, 8 Bitcoin out. Think about that. That's $240,000 a month. That's incredible. Now, look at that if you had 3 positions. You had the top part and the 2 below you, and you got all of those working with 8. Man, look at the money coming out of that thing. Isn't that incredible? What do you got to do? You got to go get an advanced degree in mathematics to figure all this out. You got to go spend your life developing some kind of dream product that you want everybody to buy, and they, it doesn't. You spend all that money and all that time. All you have to do here is pull your big boy panties up and go talk to a few people. Get in here, put some money in here. You actually don't put the money here. You put the money in Bitcoin. You have to go buy your Bitcoin, open a blockchain account. Put your Bitcoin in your e-wallet, the blockchain account. Transfer that Bitcoin here for trading purposes, and watch and receive the money come back into your account every single day. Okay, now that's really all it is. That's all you got to do to get started. You just choose the plan that works for you, and away you go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you our situation here. Now, we joined on February 9th. Okay, and we started at the lowest plan. Let me just show you that here. See if I can show you the purchase plans. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you right here. So here are the plans that we started with. See that? That's a 0.05, kids. That's where we did it. We started with the lowest plan. And on the 9th and on the 10th, we went up to Spartacus 2. And then we saw what was going on and decided that we would get into, on the same day, we went up to Spartacus 4, which is 4 Bitcoin. That's the basic plan down there. Okay, and then we got up to 5. We got 6 in here. We got 0.05. There we go. And then we go right up to Spartacus 6, and then by the 25th of the month, we opened up the Spartacus 7 plan. And then from there, we have just renewed, see where it says plan upgrade here, right? And then reactivation, okay? Or look at this is on the lower plans. This is on when we get the 15% referral fee now. See, and look at the dates. This is 225, and then by 3/4, from 3/4, we went and reactivated again for 310. And let me show you what that looks like right now. We're at 313. That's 3 days, and we're already 77% through it. And that's because of that 15% binary fee that you can get when you're in this plan here. Right there. See that? We're going to about get another 8 Bitcoin. We've already got 6.16. Most of that has been transferred into our account already. So let me show you a little further. Let me go to the financial statements. Just want to show you how this thing works. Here's the financial statement. Okay. Now, what it shows you here, these are the last 3 payments we got. We got this one on 3/12, and that was 0.7188 Bitcoin. How much is that? Let me see what that is. Let's bring up CoinDesk. DESK.com. Let's bring that up. Actually, I just want their calculator is what I want. Where's the calculator? Actually, I should just do is CoinDesk calculator. Give me money, that's what I want. There we go. Here we go. CoinDesk calculator to the front center. All right, so that payment right there. Come on, do it. Here we go. Nope. Bouncing around all over the place. Make up your mind. All right, let's paste. What? Oh, no, that's not right. Jeez. Let's go back over here and do it again. Oh, I see what I did. I forgot the decimal point, right? So we got to put the decimal point in there. Copy, back to the calculator. Okay, that payment right there was $893 on that day. All right, so then we got another trader bonus the next day on the 13th. See, this one was on the 12th, then on the 13th. We got 6.75 binary points and at 15%. And then we got the interest, the daily interest that comes in. And so on this day, on the 13th, they pay this. Let's take a look. What do we get here? $1,368. Okay, then over here we got this one. Copy. $1,470. That was today. So when you go down and you start looking through your financial statements, see, they show you that money, this is how they calculate it. They show you the trader bonus, they show you the binary points, then they show it out. Here's another one that we got. This was on March 11th. This one here. Which was this one? 3,928. Not bad for a little bit of time. From February 9th to current, I think it's doing pretty well. There are others that got in before us that are doing much, much better. It's just a matter of time and letting people know what's going on. Here's another one of these big ones. Look at this one here. Copy this one. This was on March 5th. March 5th. You know, I got to tell you, it's a real joy to get up every day and take a look at the back office and find out what came running. $4,036 there. All right, now, how do I see? The thing that I always wanted to verify is I saw these numbers in the back office. Now, I know by their system that they're not keeping this money anywhere around in the company. And that I really appreciate. I don't want the money to be held by the company. I don't want to have to ask them for money or do withdrawals or be denied or any of that stuff. That money I want in my back office, okay? So how do I know that that money is actually being credited there? What did I do? Well, I did what I'm exactly going to show you here. See this money over here? 1467, 1365. These are some additional payments that we're getting from other accounts that are back. They're all going into the same wallet, okay? So all I got to do is do this. I go back over to the financial statement, and all I have to do is go up here and look at the number. Okay, that's 11838. Okay, so come over here on the Bitcoin wallet, and I click on this and turn it back into. There it is. See that right there? 1.1838. There it is. That's that exact payment. And when you start walking down the earnings statement and you start looking at things, here's the 1.1013. 1.1013. There it is. See that? You start going through here and all these payments that we've received. Here's another 1.14. So you can go back and find that actual number, 1.14. There it is, 1.14 right there. See, that shows you that the money is actually being paid every day, just like they promised. They say what they're going to do, and every day you get up. That to me is end of story. It's very simple. There's not a lot you got to do. You got to open a blockchain account. You got to acquire some Bitcoin. You put the Bitcoin, not dollars, in the account. They trade the Bitcoin, and it's yours. You own it, 100% yours. You can transfer that, change it, put it around, send it around the world, put it in different wallets, put it in different altcoins. Doesn't matter. You can do anything you want with it. You own it.
Okay. Yes, I was very skeptical, and I'm not anymore. It's very real. We get paid every day, just like clockwork. I run to that blockchain just to listen for that beep. It happens about 1:30 in Colorado every day. Mr. Ram, I was calling on Mr. Ram. Where is Mr. Ram? Hey, how you doing tonight?
I'm better than I deserve. How about you?
I'm doing great. How's your progress with this little program going?
Oh, it's going great. I started on the 17th of February, and Friday was my 3-week anniversary. And as of today, I started out with 1 Bitcoin, and as of today, I've made over $6,300, and
Wow.
Things just keep on going. And the cool part is I've got another business, a network business I've been building for the last 2.5 years. And in 3 weeks, I made more than my best month in that other business. So
Wow.
things are clicking right along. So I've over doubled my pay, which is nice. And I'm just happy as a clam and bringing more people in. Last I checked, which was yesterday, I had 74 people in the downline, and I'm sure there's even more today.
We can actually control our own economy. We don't really need to worry about what they're doing, because if you get going here and you have Bitcoin and people will take it as a form of a payment, and it's for the better, because why does somebody have to watch over your shoulder like you're a little kid? What are you doing with your money? Where's it going? You know, it's just too much. Tired of it. So here you get some freedom. You get some privacy.
Yep, somebody back here wants to, new to Bitcoin, how safe is this?
In relation to dollars, it's safer than dollars. Once you got the Bitcoin, you can't lose it. Yet your dollar gets worth less every day as they debase the currency, and you lose purchasing power, which means they're stealing from you. That's stealing. That's not safe. You put your money in the bank, you don't own it. They own it, and they can take it from you, and you can't do a whit thing about it. Listen, you guys, this is something, you know, this is a different generation. This isn't the World War II generation anymore. The reason they have insurance on banks was to convince people to put their money in them because they were so damn risky, right? But that's what I wanted to see here. What was the chance of me losing some of the money that I had that I wanted to use to do this with the trading? The risk of losing money is very low. But if you're cycling every 24 hours, this is why I'm telling you to get to the 4 Bitcoin level. Don't screw around. If you got to start low and bust your butt to get up there. You're taking your money in and out every single day. What are the odds of something happening that's going to cause you to lose some money? Really, very nothing. Do not put money into anything you can't lose it in. The change is so great, people just don't have not even begun to grasp the way things are going to be in the future. This is the invention of electricity. This is the invention of radio. This is the invention of, I don't know, what's the other one? Huh?
ATM machines.
Yeah, whatever that stuff is, you know. I mean, railroads, you know. The change that's coming is so dramatic, it's going to be like all of those hitting at one time. You got to get on board and start doing your research about what's going on out there. The robots are coming so fast that hundreds of millions of people are going to be out of work. You've got to find a way to protect your finances. You've got to put it in something that you own that is not going to depreciate. And I mean something that's portable. If you need to go from point A to point B, you better be able to take all your stuff with you. And maybe you want to take your bank with you. Well, that's what you can do here. This is very significant stuff. This is not a game with me anyway. I'm very serious about this. So the reason I'm trying to help you guys do this is because I want to protect my own personal finance and I want to have an economy around me. Helping you protect your economy helps me have an economy. Get it? We have to work together as a team, and we got to wake people up.
That is awesome. And every day, just like clockwork, it comes in. We got a lot of happy people. What we need you to do now is get back to the person that referred you, brought you here to this this presentation tonight. They have a personal referral link. You can ask them more information and see the packages, and they can get you going. So,
and if you want to do more than just, you know, get the basic 2.2% and double over to a longer period of time, some people are generating, I've seen $25,000 a day for some of these people. But what they're doing is they're telling a lot of people about it.
thank you guys for coming, and have a great evening.